Swedish companies have been present in India for well-being, creating jobs, creating growth, and creating friendship. Today, some 300 Swedish companies operate in India, many of them with their own production capabilities, and this relationship is growing as Indian companies also increasingly invest here in Sweden. Actually, slightly more than 10 years ago, I myself was together with my Indian counterpart at the time we signed the first Sweden-India Social Security Agreement in New Delhi with the explicit aim to promote corporate and professional exchange between the two countries. That might have helped. Today, the 800+ Indians here in Sweden make a significant contribution to our economy and our society, not least bringing much-needed skills in high-tech sectors across Sweden. The European Union, Sweden and India all recognize the immense potential that lies in deepening our partnership, not least when the world is as complicated and unpredictable as it obviously is today. Prime Minister Modi, your visit marks another milestone in the history of India-Sweden relations. Today we have a strategic partnership and joint action plan for our shared objectives. We upgrade and modernize existing areas of cooperation and expand this cooperation to new areas, shaping the future, innovation, emerging technologies, AI, space technology, special technologies along with the green transition. Of course, as for concrete outcomes of today's meetings, first, we have agreed to launch a joint innovation partnership 2.0 and to set up a joint center for science and technology to connect academic institutions in both countries. Second, we will enhance critical dialogue on security and defense-related matters, including through dialogue between our countries' national security advice. We will launch a third phase of the leadership group for industry transition called Lead It, which is proudly shared by Sweden and India. Through Lead It, we will continue to drive this global movement for accelerating the green transition of heavy industry. And fourth, the sky is not the limit for the Sweden-India partnership. Instead, we both share the ambition to scale up our cooperation on space. Your space program has seen some exceptional achievements in the past few years, including the successful lunar landing in 2023. We don't have exactly that ambition yet. But Sweden too is a space nation with a unique European capability, not least through the S-Range Space Center in the most northern part of Sweden, actually the only one on continental European Union soil. S-Range provides international ground network and rocket test service. My government has invested heavily in the development of orbital launch capability for defense purposes at S-Range. Our orbital space cooperation has been ongoing for the long time. India's Space Research Organization and the Swedish National Space Agency have joined forces since the 1980s. Now I see great scope for Indian-Sweden cooperation in this area, and I am very pleased that our two space organizations have signed an agreement to collaborate on an instrument that will be part of the Venus orbiter mission. So Sweden is proud to be on our way to Venus together with India. On trade, finally we have a joint ambition to double our total trade and investments in 5 years with such speed. I actually believe it could become reality even sooner. The decisive conclusion of the India-EU Free Trade Agreement is largely due to the foresight, the determination and the personal leadership of Prime Minister Modi and President Ferdinand. Thank you both very, very much. Sweden is a pretty small country but also a pretty big trading nation. Thanks to the two of you for your gratitude. Before this deal on free trade was to create some 2,300 new jobs in Sweden and more than 600 of them here in the Gothenburg region. I regard this free trade agreement as not the end of the road, but the beginning of a new journey. Sweden, together with India and with our European friends, is very committed to make this partnership's full potential. Finally, in this dangerous world, the EU and India are partners promoting stability and prosperity. And as EU President Layen stated in his landmark address in New Delhi last year, if we get it right, the Europe-India relationship could be one of the defining partnerships of the century. I much respect to Prime Minister Modi. I know the year 2047 has a special meaning in India, since it marks the anniversary of the birth of the Republic, and you have laid out the clear vision for this occasion. Fix it, India, Sweden and the entire European Union will be India's partners on this journey all the way. Thank you so much, please.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Christ. Thank you for inviting me to join you, beautiful one of the great trading and industrial hubs. And please allow me to join you and extend the warmest of European greetings and welcomes to you, Prime Minister Modi. Dear Narendra, it has only been a few months since you hosted me in New Delhi for our groundbreaking EU-India summit. We succeeded in concluding our landmark trade agreement. We call it the mother of all deals. And just look at some of the figures. A shared market of over 2 billion people, that is close to 1/4 of global GDP, over 90% of tariffs, opportunity to grow trade and investment, from here in Gunnar's largest trading port to Mundra port in your home state of Gujarat. And in doing so, creating jobs and prosperity for our people. There is no time to lose in turning this opportunity into reality. We are committed to making it fully operational at rapid speed. I am also pleased to announce that we will mark this moment with a large-scale business event for European and Indian companies. And the aim is simple. We want to give businesses the information and guidance they need to start benefiting from day one on. But trade is only half of the equation. The next step must be an investment agreement, and this is the missing piece to reinforce economic cooperation, especially in the world where supply chains are being reshaped and economic security is a challenge like never before. Deepening our investment will help us de-risk and diversify. Basically, one can say the trade agreement opens the door, and an investment agreement lets us through this door, and from the foundation member states like Sweden can build but to India. Your new strategic partnership, you just mentioned, is proof of this, and this is exactly how it should be. The commitment to double exchange between two countries in the next 5 years is the ambition that Europe needs. I hope that other member states will follow Sweden's good example. In January, we not only signed the mother of all deals, we also moved close on security and defense, on which we signed off on partnerships. The first India Security Defense Dialogue in Delhi. We continue to deepen cooperation, particularly on maritime security, where we will hold the joint India exercise. We will also work together on countering cyber threats, protecting our critical infrastructure, and by genuinely increasing our information sharing, our corporations can help bring stability to an unstable world and provide security to our citizens. Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, today you have talked about the importance of working together in the emerging technology space. The EU-India Trade and Technology Council is already showing the way forward. Under its umbrella, we are uniting. Semiconductors, the rise of our supply chains, and we are ensuring interoperability between our digital systems. We will discuss these topics at the next meeting in July, and as you said, Ulf, we are shooting for the stars as we work to explore new frontiers in our EU-India space dialogue. And again, Sweden is showing us the way as the home of mainland Europe, only space, and India is shooting for the moon. Your successful landing in space will help not only our security but of course also our prosperity. All in all, this dynamic new era in EU-India relations opens historic opportunities, and we are determined to see them. Many things.
Thank you so much, please, Prime Minister.
Your Excellency Prime Minister Krishna, Your Excellency Ulaji, delegates from both countries, media colleagues, namaskar. First of all, I heartily thank Prime Minister Krishna for his warm welcome. Some time ago, I was awarded Sweden's highest honor, the Royal Order of the Polar Star. This is not just an honor for me. It is an honor for 1.4 billion Indians. It is also an honor for all our Swedish friends who have enriched India-Sweden relations and provided a strong foundation. I express special gratitude to Ulaji for joining today's event. Coming to Sweden and to Gothenburg, the industrial hotspot of Europe, gives special meaning to my visit. Friends, India-Sweden relations are based on a strong foundation of democratic values, the rule of law, and human-centric development. We both consider innovation a means to development, sustainability a responsibility, and democracy a strength. In today's meeting, we discussed moving forward based on these commonalities. Given our growing cooperation in every field, we decided to elevate our relationship to a strategic partnership. Under this partnership, we will advance on key pillars such as green transition, defense, emerging technologies, and people-to-people ties. Friends, our cooperation in high-tech areas such as AI, health tech, and green mobility has enormous potential. A large Swedish business delegation participated in the AI Impact Summit held in India this year. We will work on concrete initiatives to strengthen the Sweden-India technology and AI corridor. We are establishing the India-Sweden Science and Technology Center to enhance connectivity between the startups and research ecosystems of both countries. India and Sweden also have strong convergence in their thinking on climate change and sustainability. The Leadership Group for Industry Transition, Lead It, is our shared global initiative, under which we are emphasizing low-carbon industrial transformation. Today, we decided to work on its third phase. India is working extensively on green hydrogen, circular economy, and sustainable infrastructure. By combining Sweden's technology and India's scale, we can create climate solutions for the entire world. India and Sweden's cooperation in the Arctic region is making a significant contribution to global climate understanding. Friends, our cooperation in the defense sector is steadily growing. The establishment of production facilities in India by Swedish companies is proof that we are moving beyond a buyer-seller relationship to a long-term industrial partnership. Friends, Usha ji's presence today makes this occasion even more special. During her visit to India in January this year, we took several historic decisions to elevate India-EU relations to new heights. I am pleased that progress is being made on all those outcomes. India-EU FTSA will open new opportunities for industries, investors, and innovators. In Eulogy's words, this is the mother of all deals. The Security and Defense Partnership and the Mobility Agreement have added new depth to our strategic and people-centric partnership. The India-EU Trade and Technology Council has strengthened our partnership. We are working together in digital technologies, clean energy, semiconductors, resilient supply chains, and innovation. Political, economic, and strategic convergence between India and Europe is crucial for peace and stability throughout the world. Friends, in today's tense global situation, close cooperation between democracies like India and Sweden is of particular importance. India has always emphasized dialogue and diplomacy to resolve various tensions and problems. India and Sweden agree that terrorism poses a serious challenge to all humanity. I express my gratitude to Prime Minister Kristersson for the support we received from Sweden after the terrorist attack in Pahalgam last year. We will continue to fight against terrorism and its supporters. Excellency, I thank you once again for today's fruitful discussion. I am confident that through our joint efforts, the India-Sweden-European partnership will continue to grow, and together we will contribute to global peace, security, and prosperity. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you both of you. Thank you. I think we're supposed to go direction for the flag. I think so.